Hello, this is Adrian from Contact Mapping, and we have some very exciting new things to show to you in our latest version 2.9 we have just released. So let's jump right into it. The first thing that we have just launched for you is a new way for you to organize your contacts more easily by being able to create both hidden and starred contacts. So what you're going to do is you're going to jump over to the Contacts tab at the bottom of your screen, and you'll see now that at the top of the screen, you have three different tabs. You have an active tab, a hidden tab, and a starred tab. So those tabs function much like you would expect them to. The starred tab allows you to create a starred list of contacts that might be a list of people that you want to make sure that you are really frequent about keeping touch with. Maybe you use that as a list of hot prospects, or however else you want to use it. You can let it be anything you want that to be, but you have this new concept of a starred list of contacts. You also now have a list of hidden contacts. So that might be some contacts that are no longer relevant, or maybe they're not relevant to your business. Maybe for some reason it's just an annoyance to see them in your list as you're scrolling through, and you want them still to be in your phone, but you just want to have them out of the active list of contacts for you. You can now do that. And organizing those contacts is really easy as well. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb on a contact and swipe from the right side of your screen to the left, and you will expose that lit button for a starred and a hidden contact. So I can now star Aaliyah here. Let's say I'll star Abel as well. And then let's say that Abigail, for some reason, is somebody who I no longer want to see in my list. So I'm going to take her and I will hide her from the list. And so what you see is immediately, as soon as I do that, she disappears from this active list. So I will no longer see her there, whereas Abel and Aaliyah remain in the active list, but with that star designation next to them. So now I can go over here to the starred list and I can see just the starred contacts. The active list shows both starred and normal contacts, so to speak, and then hidden contacts are only visible over here on the hidden list. From any of those lists, you can go back and you could unhide, or you could even move a contact from being hidden to being starred, and it will move out of that list and show up over here on the starred side. So you can move contacts around easily. And the other thing that you can do is you can process this from within the contact itself. So I'm going to tap into Aaron's contact here. And if you notice up at the top of the screen, there's those three dots at the very top right. If I tap on those, I can hide or star Aaron's contact right from the contact card, and I can move him around from whatever situation he is to whatever new situation I want him in just from that contact card as well. So you can do it from the list, or you can do it from the contacts detail card, and both of those things will work. One other thing to show you is that you can also search for a contact by name, and then once you find that contact, you can process them from this list as well. So it's really easy to do that from the list. Very simple, very fast, something that I think you're really going to enjoy using. So that's the new feature for starred and active and hidden contacts. Hope you enjoy it. Can't wait for you to dive in. One of the things that has happened for several of our users, including me over the years, is that for various reasons, maybe you get way behind in your contact mapping. Maybe you take a break from using it for a little while after being really active, or your phone breaks, or whatever might happen. And all of a sudden, you find yourself coming back into the app and you have a mountain of follow ups that are ready for action. And it just feels overwhelming. Maybe it even feels like you're just condemned by this list of follow ups. And that's just not a fun place to be. I absolutely have been there before. And so we have created now a new way for you to be able to clear those all at once. So if you go and you tap on the See All button to the right of the top of that follow-up section, what you'll see is that you now have this spot where there's a little pop-up that says, do you need help? If you have over 50 follow-ups, we can help you to clear those follow-ups. And so you can take action right there. You can just hit that purple delete button. Or let's say at first, maybe you didn't want to do it, and so you hit that X button. Well, then there is a way for you to get around to it later that I'll show you in a second. But if you tap on the delete button, you'll get this little pop-up that's going to show up for you. and it's going to confirm that you really want to do this, because it is something that once you have done it, it's not reversible. So we want to make sure that you really want to do that. And I'll actually talk about something you can do before you do this if you would like to, that might make that easier. But I'm going to not do this now because I want to show you one other thing. So let's say that you clear that little button and you say, I don't want to do this now, and then later you change your mind. That's all good. All you do, tap on that Ready tab up at the top of your screen, and when you tap on Ready, what you'll see is a little button to the right that says Clean Up. So if you tap on that, that will get you back to that same spot where it will pop up for you and it will say, do you want to clean up? So I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I do want to do this. And I'm going to tap on that delete button. And over a few seconds, it will delete my follow-ups. And so now I am back to having a clean slate. Hooray! And so what you will notice when you go out of that is that it kept everything in the upcoming and it kept everything for today, just in case you want to, somebody's birthday or something like that. The ones for today will stay there, the upcoming ones will stay there, but we will have gotten rid of everything that had a date in the past. So one last thing I want to mention to you about this is, let's say that you wanted to do this, but you're worried about, okay, well, what am I getting rid of? Is there something really important in there that I'm losing track of and it's falling through the cracks? If that's you, what I want you to know is that you can send us an email at support@contactmapping.com and request an export of your follow-ups before you do that. And we would be happy to supply that to you. It comes in a CSV file. And so then you'll have a record of all those existing follow-ups before you delete them. And that way, if there's a portion of them that you wanted to add back manually, you can do that after the fact. So that should be really helpful for you. Hopefully that gets you out of being stopped if you're ever in that situation. And it's definitely something really handy. So thanks. The last thing that I want to show you is just a new, simpler way to navigate through your contacts that I think you will also really appreciate and will make things a lot easier for you. So all you need to do is, let's say I'm on Aaron and I go, oh, who's Aaron? And so I drill into his contact so I can get some context on who he is. And I'm looking through and I see his notes and I go, oh, okay, that's right, that's who that is. And so then maybe I text him from that screen or whatever. So now I'm ready to go back home. I've done what I needed to do. It used to be that you would have to hit that back arrow a couple of times to get back to the home screen. Now from any screen, you can tap on home or notes or whatever, and it's going to take you right back to the starting point. So just a really quick, simple navigational thing that makes things a lot easier for you and that I think you'll also really enjoy. So thank you so much. Really excited for you to dive in and try these things out, and lots more great stuff to come. So thanks again. Talk to you soon.